Welcome everyone. Welcome. I'm stoked to see you all. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Mary. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Carol. Daniela. Shamila. Hi. How's it going? Good to see you all. And, feel free to say hi to everyone on the chat and maybe even share where you're from. Because I think it's just kind of cool to see where all of us are coming from with this. Joining us, joining everyone together. Awesome. San Rafael, Sonoma, right on. Wendy, you work with Mary Beth. Will you give Mary Beth a huge freaking hug for me? I miss her like crazy. She's amazing. Awesome. From Lassen College. Carol, good to see you. Oh, no hugging. You're right. No hugging. Sorry, my bad. A virtual hug, like a big virtual, germ-free hug. All right. Cool. So it's 11 o'clock and I'd love to just delve right into things. I'm super excited to let you all know that I just have gotten so much out of these webinars that I decided that I'm just going to hold it every single day this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just think let's connect. As long as you want to come and reconnect, let's do it, and I want to give you all also as much time as possible to connect with one another as we go through some of these practices, just because again, it's just been filling me up with joy and energy, and it's been so amazing. And I just think that the more we do it, the better we all are. So here's what I wanted to share real quick with you all. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know that obviously these sessions are recorded, right? So for anyone who's joining and everything, just know that they're recorded. We do put them up online so people who could not join us could see these videos and take advantage of them. Also, just as a reminder, I'm pushing resources out on Instagram and Twitter basically every single day. And also I'm putting my email up and our eqschools.com/connect link, so that if you have any questions or anything and want additional support for yourself or for your school and district in the fall, please reach out, let us know. And I also thought of a pretty cool idea that I realized, hey, we're bringing a bunch of people together, and I imagine that just the amount of knowledge and that the collective knowledge of all of us here together is so powerful. And why just hear from me or just get my knowledge? I think people can really, the world can benefit from our collective wisdom and our collective knowledge coming together. So I created a Google Doc that is editable for anyone who has a link to it. And I'm going to put the link right here. It's bit.ly/collaborative _resources. If you just click on that, it's going to take you to a Google document that's really just a document for people to add resources to. There's so many educators out there and parents out there who are just like, what do I do in these times? And if you have anything, there's no pressure. You don't have to add anything to it. But if you have anything to add to it, then please do, because I think the world needs to hear your voice and needs to hear your ideas, because they're freaking awesome, I'm sure. One last thing I want to share before we go is that, as you can see, I'm here by myself and without Allison, unfortunately. And we decided to do that this week because, frankly, our kids need one of us. And because we have two little kids, we have a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. And they like their mothers more, so just kidding. So no, we just rolled with that. They love me too, even though they love her a little bit more. Not jealous or anything, but I'm just saying. All right, so but I love being with you all here, so it's all good. All right, so let's delve into things. So I believe that in these times, as we are continuing with this, shelter in place situation and everything, it's more important than ever to, on an hourly basis or even a moment to moment basis, have awareness of where our attention lies, and to make the choice to be gentle with our loved ones, gentle with ourselves, to be connected to our meaning, to be connected to creativity, asking yourself what it is that I want to create today, what it is that I want to
You guys
learn,
come.
and also to learn,
I'm
to
talking about
remember to give to others and to give to ourselves, to nourish our bodies, etc.
if you guys
And one of
you
the
guys
things
you guys
that
gonna see you.
helps me the most is to set intentions every morning, to live from that place today. So one of the reasons
No,
it's
it's
powerful to
private.
set intentions is because, and there's a lot of research, by the way, around this, but basically intentions prime our brain. When we set an intention, for example, to, let's say today, for example, this morning, my intention was to be as much of a sponge as possible as I'm learning how to use new online tools, and not get frustrated by them, but just be like, accept whatever is, because they've been, like yesterday, I got super frustrated with whatever, something. So I decided today my intention is to just be a sponge and just accept with grace whatever is coming my way. And what's interesting when we set intentions is that even if we forget about the intention that we set, somewhere in our mind, that intention still is there, and it's actually more likely that we will behave from that intention. Now, one of the most powerful practices to set an intention, to be kind to ourselves and also to be really present and loving with others, and basically set an intention for their well-being, is a practice that is completely secular. Um, but it's derived from a practice that comes from the Buddha, called metta pravna. Now, some people consider this practice a heartfulness practice as opposed to a mindfulness practice, because this heartfulness practice, essentially, this practice is, the whole point of it is to begin to sort of open up the energy that's right around our heart center. And again, it's a very intentional practice. So I wanted to do that with you all today, and just kind of see how that feels to you, and how that might kind of affect the way you may lead your day today. So before we delve into it, I want you to think of two people. One person who really nourishes you and who you love, right? Like, you just love this person and you just feel nourished by them. And then I also want you to think of a person who challenges you right now. And I mean, let's face it, you know what I mean? We've being sheltered with our loved ones, as much as, I mean, it can be challenging as well, and so maybe the person that you're loving is the person who challenges you too, and that's okay as well, But just go ahead and think of two people. It could be two different people, of course. The person who challenges you can be a person even in your school, or even in, right, somewhere outside. And as you keep these people in mind, we're going to delve into this heartfulness practice. So let's go ahead. I'm just looking at the chat. There's some funny stuff going on in the chat. So thank you for adding more to the chat and making this more of a community. So let's go ahead and assume a mindful body position. So your back is straight, your hands is on your lap, or on your lap. Ideally, you're not crossing anything. And I'm going to invite you in a moment to close your eyes. But again, if you're too tired, please don't close your eyes. You can keep your eyes kind of half open, gaze at the floor. And I'm going to invite you to just take a moment and just slow down. Slow yourself down. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, and you can even, as you exhale with your breath, you can lengthen your exhalation a little bit. And for the next several breaths, I invite you to pay attention to your breath going in through your nostrils and coming out of your nostrils. And really see if you can focus on that specific part of your body, in through your nostrils, out through your nostrils. So you might notice that as the air is going in, the temperature of the air is cooler than when it comes out because it just has been through your system and it's warmer when it comes out. And go ahead and take a few more breaths. We're just right here. You don't need to change them in any ways. If it's shallow, it's shallow. If it's deep, it's deep. But simply just notice. Just notice the breath for a moment. With the next breath, just see if there's anything that else that wants to relax in your body. Maybe your shoulders want to come down a little bit more. Notice your jaw for a moment. We carry so much tension in our jaw almost always. And so just kind of notice, is there anything that wants to relax with your jaw? You can even open your mouth a little bit. Just kind of see if you can just relax yourself just a bit. You're doing great. There's no way you can mess this up. You're doing great. And as you take your next breath, I invite you to bring to mind this person that you love and that person that nourishes you. So it's got to be the same person that really nourishes you and you feel some love towards. And I invite you to keep your eyes closed if they're closed and to simply see if you can send the following messages to this person. Start with the following, this first one, and do it silently in your head. May you be happy. May you be happy. And really see if you can visualize this person happy, maybe laughing, just really joyful. And see if you can bring as many details as you can to your visualization. And with your next breath, I invite you to repeat the following sentence in your mind. May you be healthy. And as you have their beautiful face in mind, just really see if you can visualize them feeling really healthy. Their body is strong and they're just feeling good, feeling energized. And with the next breath, I invite you to repeat the following sentence in your mind. May you be at peace. May you be at peace. And you can go ahead and imagine them feeling really tranquil. There's no worry, in their mind. They're calm, at peace, just feeling really good. Even in these tumultuous times, they're still calm, relaxed. And as much as you possibly can, just see if you can exude love to this person right now. And go ahead and take another deep breath in now. And with the same feelings of love and compassion to this one person, I invite you to repeat the following sentences with me towards yourself. It's so easy for us to treat ourselves harshly, to treat ourselves in ways that are simply completely unreasonable. And it's time for us to practice really holding ourselves with love. So just as you sent this one person that nourishes you love, go ahead and repeat the following sentences with me. May I be happy. You can even imagine a clone coming out of you, your own clone, sitting right next to you and sharing these messages with you. And allow yourself to really feel fully in connection with it. Allow yourself to take that in. May I be happy. You deserve it. And visualize yourself being happier, joyful, maybe even laughing. Go ahead and take another deep breath. And I invite you now to go ahead and repeat the following. May I be healthy. May I be healthy, especially during this time. May I be healthy. And really visualize, how does that feel for your body to feel strong and healthy and good? And then lastly, take another deep breath in. May I be at peace. May I be at peace. How does that feel to feel and visualize yourself being really tranquil, not a worry in your mind, knowing that it's all going to be okay. Even if things are crazy right now, it's going to be okay. Really love yourself up, because if we're not there for us, then who's there for us? Go ahead and take another deep breath in and breathe out. And what I'm going to invite you to do now is I'm going to invite you to repeat the following sentences. And this is where I think the power of this exercise, when 60 people come together and do this, can really exude amazing energy out into the world. So please, if you're okay with it, repeat with me the following in your mind silently. May all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. Whether it's your loved ones, whether it's that even challenging person that you were thinking about, whether it's the students that you serve, your children, the animals that are around us, even plants, your preschoolers, yeah. May all beings be happy, especially during these tough times. May all beings be happy. And take another deep breath in. May all beings be healthy. And really see if you can exude that, especially for those who are sick now, especially for those who perhaps contracted this virus. May they be healthy as well. May all beings be healthy. It's one of the most loving things that we can do right now for people. And take another deep breath in. May all beings be at peace. You can even visualize these people who are struggling now, taking a moment to just feel a sense of calm, to just a sense of knowing that it's going to be okay. As much as possible, exude that out. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Now, just for a moment, just notice your system and take 3 deep breaths at your own pace. And as you take those 3 deep breaths, just really take a moment and connect with your system. Just see how it feels and take your time here. And as we slowly get out of our heartfulness practice here today, what I'd like to do is break you into groups, smaller groups. And the prompt for these smaller groups is right now, how did that feel? And what does that inspire in you? And by the way, everything is welcome. So for example, if this was really hard or emotions came up of sadness or emotions of, grief or whatever, that's welcome. And we need to be here for one another. We need to allow space for that as well. And if the emotions of just joy and love and compassion came out and exuded, that's beautiful as well. Everything is welcome. We're all humans here, and we're going to treat each other as such and with love and compassion. This is what this webinar is about. It's about creating that safe space. And so, how did that feel to you? And what is this inspiring in you? I'm going to break you into groups of about 3 or 4 people. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do that for about 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes. Then we're going to come back, and before we leave, I'm just going to share a few more things and give you a sense of what we'll do tomorrow as well.
Oh, and Ronnie, we get Ronnie.
Woo! Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, I can't hear you for some reason. Hold on. Diane, can you say something so I can?
Yeah, I'm here. Nice to see you.
Oh,
hi, Ron and Jill.
Can you guys hear each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Then we're all good. Just keep going.
I definitely needed today's group because my challenging person is so negative and so challenging in my world. So it was really nice to be able to breathe out, because I know that I'm going to be talking to her right after this webinar. So it felt really good to have a new heart set toward her.
Yeah, my challenging person and my love person are the same person. So yeah, that helped me a lot too. I feel way more at peace now. It really does help. I would like to try and teach him some of these exercises, but I'm gonna have to break down a few walls first.
And are you sheltered in place with this particular person?
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Is Anne with us?
I don't know. I just see an empty screen right now.
She'd have to unmute though.
I'm able to hear you two now. Finally, I was like, "Yay! I can hear you."
Hi.
How you two doing?
I'm good. This is
Good.
my first time joining. I
Oh,
had the emails and I actually shared them with some people on my staff, so I'm hoping to
awesome.
see some colleagues. But I just want to thank you so much because I think
Yeah.
it's very, very helpful and needed.
Thank you. That means so much to me. And it's like I said, it's a mutual thing. I'm getting so much out of it, and it's a win-win for everyone. So thank you for that. I so appreciate you for saying that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know when it came around to Friday, I was so worried that I would like miss this group. And then when you said you're going to do it again, I was just like so excited, almost like
Awesome.
dancing, you know? So,
Awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
yeah.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. One of
I,
the,
I,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was sharing with Deanne that my challenging person, my person for love are the same person.
Yeah, I hear you. Totally
And
hear
we're
you.
stuck together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're probably, I think the vast majority of the people on the group can resonate with that, right? Like it's just so unprecedented. Like spending that much time with our loved ones can bring challenges for sure. And tomorrow I'm
Yes.
actually going to be giving people a little bit of tomorrow and the day after. I think we're going to delve into some just tools around like how to deal with some of the stuff that we're facing with our partners now on a kind of daily basis. And so um, I'm curious, how did it feel to you to like to go through this practice and exude that out? I'm curious, and maybe for yourself as well.
Having you guide it is so helpful for me because I'm I do better when I hear another voice than I do when I try to meditate myself.
Yeah,
I really need the direction and the guidance.
yeah.
I'm easily distracted when I try to meditate just on my own.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
it really brought me a sense of peace and calming.
Mm.
You have a very soothing voice.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's definitely harder for me to try to do it on my own because I suffer from negative mind chatter,
sure.
or my brain can just zippity doo dah off to the next topic real quickly, you
Oh,
know.
yeah, of course.
So this has been very good, and especially my husband is so quiet right now. He's like a mouse because he
Mm,
teaches geometry in a high school, and
right,
so he's online.
right.
And so I'm an extrovert, he's an introvert. So
Mm.
this has been fantastic to have people to check in with every day. Or,
Good.
I
Yeah.
missed you guys over the weekend, by the way.
Oh,
So
that's really, really good to hear too. It's so important. I mean, that's to me, honestly, that's the biggest value out of it all is just that ability to connect over these things with one another,
mhm.
and get these skills. So that's really awesome to hear. I'm going to, sorry, I'm just like managing other rooms and stuff. There's
For
two.
sure,
So
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna close the rooms in just a moment. Thank you for sharing, you two, so much. It's such,
Yeah. Thank you.
you're such
Thank
gifts.
you.
Okay, so I unmuted myself, but I'm muting everybody else simply because for just a second, so I can share just a few more things with you all. Thank you so much for being a part of the groups and for sharing and for just connecting about how this has impacted you and maybe elicited in you. And I wanted to just say one thing before I let you go. So actually, just a couple more things. So the first, again, is I'm going to put up my Instagram stuff and Twitter up in the chat. Again, just so you can follow me on social media, get more resources, email, whatever. But also, what I wanted to, yeah, and I love that you two, I love people to definitely add to the chat of the, sending love to your group mates. I think that's awesome. Um, Another thing that I wanted to say though is that I realized that because schools are out, kids, I mean, I think all of you already know this. I'm not telling you something that's new, but because schools are out, kids who rely on meals that they eat at school, breakfast and lunch, I think they're having a really hard time right now. I think their families are having a really hard time feeding them. And that thought came across my mind. I'm like, and it just like, it really hurt my heart. I was just like, ah, this is, because no kids should ever feel hunger in this country. This is like we live in the richest nation in the world. You know what I mean? And so one thing that I want to put out there is that today I'm gonna be contributing some money to the following organization, nokidhungry.org. I think it's awesome that some districts are serving breakfast and lunch with drive-throughs. I think it's amazing. I don't think all districts are doing that, and so there's no pressure, of course. If you don't want to do this, don't do this. No. But if you feel like you can, even just give a little bit to nokidhungry.org, then please do that. I think I think it will make a big difference for some kids. But again, no pressure at all. I know that we're in different people are in different situations, and some people can contribute, some people don't, and it's all good. Just wanted to put that out there. So it's been so much fun and such an honor to be with you all today. I'm really excited about tomorrow. We're going to get into some social intelligence techniques to really support us in our connection with our loved ones now at home. And we're going to do that tomorrow. We're probably going to do it the next day as well. And I just cannot tell you how much, like from the bottom of my heart, just how much this group fills me up with joy every single day. You all are amazing. I'm going to unmute everyone, and we'll get a chance to say goodbye and reconnect tomorrow.
Goodbye.
All right.
Enjoy your day.
See you all later.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Ronnie.
Good to see you all.
Bye. Part of the morning.
See you all later.
Health and wellness to everybody.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Absolutely. Thank you all. You all rock.
Anytime.
See you tomorrow.
Hey.
Hey, Shamila.
Bye.
Amita,
Social media.
Annabelle. Love you, ladies.
See you later, guys.
You all tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Tomorrow.